fight. Trying to see where this life take me, so I roll the dice. Look up to no one else, but yeah, I was shy. I got real power, Hebrew Israelite.
Give me 2 Timothy 25. 2 Timothy 4. 2 Timothy chapter 4 and 5. It's like, that's up.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Brethren, my heart's desire
Right.
and prayer to God for Israel is,
For what?
For Israel is-
Read on.
that they might be saved.
That what?
That they might be saved.
No, we want our people to be destroyed.
That they might be saved.
So we want our people to be saved from the destruction to come, man.
Right.
We want our people to be preserved from the set perils that's to happen in Babylon the Great. All right, a civil war is about to happen, man.
That's right.
All right, they talking about, they putting out movies of it right now. They talking about it all over the internet. You type in on Twitter, the thing that's trending is the Civil War.
Right.
So guess what? We want our people to be saved from the perils that's finna hit the earth. All right, but a lot of our people, they not gonna be saved, man. Hey, Paul, he said, hey, that's my desire is for Israel that they might be saved. But not all of the Israelites are not gonna make it. You got Israelites, some Israelites, they don't want to be saved.
Right.
You ask Jake, hey, come hear the word, brother. Hey, come repent from your sins. Now I'm good on that, man. I'm too cool for that. So certain Jakes, they don't want to repent. They don't want to be saved. All right, they say, what am I going to be saved for? Saved from? Well, what do you mean, brother? The destruction.
Right.
All right, give me, you could drop that. Give me Revelation 7:1. You have 4 angels going back to the destruction to come. What do you mean, what are you going to be saved from? We want to be saved from the destruction.
Right.
Right? We want to be saved from the missiles to hit this place, man.
Right.
It's going to be a missile over there.
Right.
A missile at the Sears Tower.
Right.
A missile at this Walgreens.
Right.
A missile at this damn Wild Fort.
Right.
There's going to be missiles dropping everywhere on the city of Chicago. That's what we want to be saved from. The natural disasters, the earthquakes. We want to be saved from famine. So it's many different things you could be saved from. You just got to come back and repent and keep the commandments.
Right.
So bring this up.
The book of Revelation 7 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth,
Right.
holding the 4 winds of the earth.
It says what?
Holding the 4 winds of the earth.
Now these are not literal winds. The winds represent the destruction that's going to come and blow upon the earth. Read on.
That the wind should not blow on the earth,
Right.
nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea,
Right.
saying, hurt not the earth,
Saying what?
hurt not the
What
earth,
are the angels saying?
hurt not the earth.
So you have certain angels, they say, hey, don't hurt the earth yet, man. Because these angels, hey, they ready to let loose, man. They ready to let the destruction go. All right? When you read Sirach, chapter 39 and 28 on down, these angelical beings, they take pleasure in whatever the Most High tell them to do, man. So if the Lord tell them to smite the earth and destroy, all right, guess what? These angels going to say all praise to the Most High. They want to get that done through the Spirit, man.
Right.
With no hesitation. So you got an angel saying, hey, hold on. Hurt not the earth. Read on.
Hurt not the earth, nor neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God.
Till we have what?
Till we have sealed the servants of our
What
God.
are we out here to do?
Till we have sealed the servants of our God.
Because if we don't seal the servants of the Lord and these angels just let loose, guess what? Everybody's going to be destroyed. The people that was promised to get the kingdom and the wicked of this place. But guess what? We got to have the servants of God have that mark in their forehead so they could be preserved from the set perils to come to this earth. Read on.
And it says, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
See that? Give me Sirach 39:28.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28.
Bring it out.
Hey, are you Jewish, sir, with the book bag? All right. So you got the little curls in this here. I'll read this.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Read that again.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right, so the Most High has certain spirits that He has created for vengeance, man.
Right.
All right. When the Lord want to get active, He send those certain spirits on the earth. God is not a God of love, like we always say, man. God is not a God of just peace. God is with destruction.
Right.
God is with vengeance.
Right.
God is with plagues.
Right.
All right. Read on.
Which, in their fury, lay on sore strokes. In a time of destruction, they pour out their force.
Say what?
They pour out their force.
Read that again.
They pour out their force.
You have certain spirits, they ready to pour out their force on Babylon. All right? Yeah, come on, brother. Come talk to us.
1 minute, brother.
It's very important, brother.
It's 2 seconds.
2 minutes, brother. That's all we asked for. All right? All praises. Yeah, come on, brother. 2 minutes. Brother, let's just hear us out. We might be on the same page.
I'll read them. Bless you, thank you, I love you. I have to go. I'm on the time step. I gotta go to the work. Bless y'all.
With 2 minutes, that's all we ask, brother. Just 2 minutes. Brother, you saying blessings, just 2 minutes. That's all we asking for. Just 2 minutes.
You can't even go because of the light.
You could have,
You already saved my life, dog. I love you. You can't
brother,
go,
you're not saved. You got to repent and keep the commandments. You're an Israelite.
Right.
See, we just said Jake don't want to be saved, man.
Right.
Jake, they do not want to be saved. He rather go play the drums than to get saved, man.
Right.
All right? He rather go skateboard than to get saved from the fury that's about to be poured out on the earth.
Right.
That's backwards. You'd rather ride a skateboard, all right, than to get everlasting life.
Right.
Read this. Read on.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
Right.
And appease the wrath.
And what?
And appease the wrath.
Because the Most High has a lot of wrath built up. The Lord is angry right now, man. He's angry that his children disobeyed him. He's angry at the heathen that has literally forwarded our affliction. He's angry with the wicked every day. He's mad that this whole earth that he created has been defiled by mankind.
Right.
So the Lord is angry. He's mad that they pierced his only begotten son.
Right.
And they spit upon him and buffeted him. All right. The Lord has long time holding his peace.
All right.
So the Lord has to have those angels appease the wrath of the Lord. Read on.
They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right.
Fire and hail and famine and death.
And what?
And death.
It's coming to the earth.
And death.
Like we always say, it's about to be a lot of bodies dropping, man. You're going to actually see dead people in the streets very soon, man. People just fainting, passing out, starving, killing one another. These are set things that's listed in the scriptures. Read on.
All these were created for vengeance, teeth and of wild beasts,
Right.
and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Doing what?
Punishing the wicked to
What
destruction.
do these spirits do?
Punishing the wicked to destruction.
Punishing the wicked to destruction. How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing today, brother? What's going on? We got 2 minutes for the word, brother. 2 minutes. All right, learn your nationality.
2 seconds, man.
Are you an Israelite, brother? We got to repent and keep the commandments. All right. What's your nationality? You in the white shirt? Hey, elder.
Yes, sir.
You did?
I think you already.
Okay. Okay. All right. Nevertheless, hey, the Lord is going to use these spirits to punish the wicked to destruction, man. People like him. All right. And Moab. Those are the wicked doers of this world.
Right.
Those are the people that want to make America great again.
Right.
All right. Those are the people that want to promote more evil and sin upon the earth. So the Lord has to use these different spirits and use them on the other nations and our people that don't want to repent and come back to the Lord. Read on. Give me Zechariah 13:8. There's more on that.
Moving on. Sirach chapter 39 and verse number 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment.
They shall what?
They shall rejoice in his
So
commandment.
when the Lord send these angels down, you think these angels is going to be lazy, man? You think these angels are going to say, oh, I have to go down to the earth and kill somebody again? All right, I have to destroy Babylon the Great. I have to let go of these 4 winds.
Right.
You think the angels are going to operate like that? Hey, no, they're going to be ready, man.
Right.
The Lord say go down there, they're going to hop off the throne, man. They're going to hop out the third heaven. Come out of the ladder
Right.
that you have between the earth and the celestial heavens. And they're going to get to work, man. They're going to rejoice at his commandment because it's righteous. Read on.
And they shall be ready.
And they shall what?
And they shall be ready.
No, they're not going to be ready.
And they shall be ready.
They're going to be ready, man. These judgments is going to be ready. Only people that's not going to be ready it's mankind that's upon the earth.
Right.
That's why the Lord said, get ready. All right. So you have to be ready so you don't have to get ready, man.
Right.
So you have to come at the last minute, trying to get everything together, trying to get your spirit right. You're trying to go see, oh yeah, what's that YouTube channel called again? All right, WFE what? Guess what, man? You're gonna be caught out there. But if you was ready, you was watching, you had your garment already prepared. All right, you was in the spirit. Everything was set out. Everything was done decently in order. You was giving charity. You was doing the work. You was found blameless behind closed doors and having integrity. Guess what? You're gonna be the Lord is gonna put that protection around you. All right. What's going on, brother? How you doing? You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your nationality?
I say like African American, black.
African American. Okay. Have you read the Bible?
I've read it cover to cover now, but my grandpa's a minister. He used to be a minister. He passed away.
Okay. So you read the whole Bible?
I didn't read the whole Bible. No.
Okay.
Never read the Bible cover to cover.
Okay. So, well, when you read the Bible, you don't find the word African American or black in there.
Right.
All right. Because those are new created terms.
Right.
So we predicate our beliefs off history, archaeology, and the Bible. So what we out here teaching, brother, is that you whole time you're not African American. All right, you're not black. All right, black is the color out of a crayon box. African American, the so-called white man, he made that up in the late 1800s, 1900s. So you have to ask what God has called you. What did God call you? What was your ancestors before 1619?
Really good question, man. That's a really good question.
Well, guess what, brother? We got the answers
Right.
for you today. And you're going to find out, you're going to learn who you truly are within the span of 10 minutes, Lord willing. All right, give me Ezra chapter 4 and 20. All right, give me the book of Ezra chapter 4 and 20.
Ezra chapter 4 and verse number 20.
Get out.
And it says, there have been mighty kings also over Jerusalem.
It says what?
There have been mighty kings also over Jerusalem.
So, brother, before we came over on slave ships, we used to be kings over Jerusalem. Mighty kings. You descend from kings, brother. It's in your lineage, in your blood. Priests. Our whole nation makes up a nation of kings and priests. So it's been mighty kings that have been of old of Israel over Jerusalem. Read on.
Which have ruled over all countries.
It says what?
Which have ruled over all countries.
We used to rule over countries. Have whole land masses. All right. Have nations try to come up and take our land, but they get put to flight. Read on.
And it says, beyond the river, and toll, tribute, and custom was paid unto them.
See that? We had nations paying tribute to us. But guess what? Now it's backwards. Now we on the bottom. We pay taxes, don't we? We pay taxes, tribute. So the reason that happened is because we disobeyed our God. Our God, which is the Lord of Israel, the God of Israel, whose real name is Yahweh, we have disobeyed his commandments. Now, as mankind, do you think we're obeying the commandments of God or just doing what we want to do?
Free-for-all, man.
It's a free-for-all, ain't it?
What?
Judges 21 and 25. How do we fix this free-for-all?
I couldn't tell you if it's possible, man. Not sure that it is possible.
Guess what, brother? It is. But it starts with you, brother. What's your name again? Don?
Rod.
Rod?
Yeah.
Okay, it starts with you, Rod. Once you make that change, you could be able to change things around you. Regardless if you literally can't change them or not, that light is going to be spread abroad. So when the time do you believe that Christ is going to make his second return?
Certainly hope so.
You hope so?
Certainly hope so.
Well, when he does, you want to be counted worthy to be saved up out of here.
Right.
Knowing that you spreaded the truth before it actually happened. It's what you call prophecy. So bring this up.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 21, and verse 25. In those days, there was no king in Israel.
It was what?
There was no king in Israel.
Right, we don't have a ruler. We don't have a king. Our so-called kings is the celebrities, the Drakes, the LeBron James. That's who we look up. The NBA young boys. That's who we look up to. Read on.
Every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
Read that again.
Every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
That's what people doing. Smoking, just drinking out here, fighting each other, killing each other, murdering each other. All right, stealing people's cars, they just do it whatever they want to do. Like you said, a free for all. But again, the way we stop that is coming back to who we truly are, which is the Israelites. So if you see yourself on this sign, brother, you'll be a part of God's chosen people. You see yourself up here?
I mean, yeah, I hope so. But like you're saying, social constructs and everything else. But yeah, American blacks. Yeah.
American blacks. So that means, according to the Bible, you will actually be from a tribe called Judah. All right? Do you know who the Israelites are?
Yeah, I mean,
You never heard of the Israelites?
no, I had, man. But I mean, the definition. I mean, yeah, I know it's like subject to like a lot of, interpretation, ambiguity, and stuff like that. So.
Well, I'm gonna ask you.
Well, I'm telling you, who are they?
Well, the Israelites, give me Deuteronomy 7:6. The Israelites is a people that God created 18 nations of people on the earth.
Right.
Right now, the so-called white man, he divides them up and classifies them as Negroid. You have a Minoloid. You have these different things and these terms that he classifies them as, but it's really 18 nations. All those 18 nations is the nations that you see right there on that side. All right, so read this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse number 6.
Go.
For thou art an holy people.
What are the Israelites?
For thou art an holy people.
Now the Israelites are chosen, they're a holy people. They're set apart. They're not like every other race on the earth. You know what?
Unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Right.
Above all people.
What are the Israelites?
Above all people.
What are the 12 tribes?
Above all people.
What you doing?
That are upon the face of the earth.
So the Israelites, the people on this sign, which make up one nation, they're the best race, a chosen race upon the face of the earth.
Right.
When you examine these tribes on the right side, we dominate everything we do, brother. Anything we put our hands to, we dominate it. That's because God genetically created us to be superior than everybody else.
Right.
That's why a lot of things we do is natural. All right. Other nations, they want to be like us. They want to get those melanin injections, right? You watch the movie Get Out?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's based on a true story. Right now, you didn't know that, did you?
No, didn't know that.
It's literally happening right now. Somewhere in the South, they're getting so. Why do you think a lot of these rappers, their body parts come up missing?
Right.
They said it's a statistic from around 2018, over 2 million so-called black women came up missing. All right, in Baltimore. So all of those people, where are their organs going? Where are their body parts going to?
Who knows, man? Black market, who knows what kind of crazy stuff is out there.
Exactly. But why are they using only ours? Why are they not getting the so-called Chinese man body parts? Why are they not getting the Arabs body parts? What's so cool about ours?
Right.
It's because they know this information. We the ones that's blinded by bread and circus, the NBA playoffs, the rappers, the concerts. So we don't know what's going on when everybody else knows what's going on, brother. But us. So that's who the Israelites are. The way how we know we Israelites because of the curses that we fit.
Right.
Now, do you know how we came over here to America?
I know what they say, what they teach us.
How do you believe we came over to America?
Man, I don't even know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I've questioned that so many times myself.
Now, some of us was already over here,
Yeah.
but a lot of us did come over here through ships. Oh, would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, let's read this out of the Bible.
Deuteronomy 28:68.
Now, do you know when the Bible was written?
When it was written.
Thousands of years ago,
Yeah,
right?
and then like revised through like different centuries and stuff like that.
A long time ago.
Probably rewritten, quite frankly.
Well, it had to be translated from a different language to another language. It was written a while ago. So we about to read a prophecy that recently happened around 400 years ago. We came over here on ships, but the Bible already prophesied of that thousands of years ago. We about to read it. Read this out.
Deuteronomy 28:68.
Yeah.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now the Lord said, I'm going to bring the Israelites back into Egypt. Now the Israelites was in slavery already underneath, you know who? The Egyptians.
Right.
All right, that's why, you know who Moses is? Moses said, let my people go. So God is saying, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt. Now, Egypt represents something. You know what Egypt represents?
Yeah, I can tell you.
What do you think Egypt would be known for? All right, well, where you
I
from?
think probably like the cradle. I would say like the cradle of civilization.
Okay.
Probably. That's like my best guess.
Okay, we're gonna show you what it's known for. Exodus 22.
Book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
Pick it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Says what?
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt represents bondage. Give me Judith 5 and 11. Slavery. Because the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. Who built up the pyramids? Slaves did. All right. Every empire don't just build up their own pyramid. They have the labor of slaves to build up their empire. Read this.
Book of Judith chapter 5 and verse 11.
Pick it out.
Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dealt subtly with them.
Right. He rose up against the Israelites and dealt subtly with them, meaning crafty. You know what?
And brought them low with laboring in brick,
Right.
and made them slaves.
Yeah. What?
And made them slaves.
Made them slaves. Made them build up the Sphinx, Pithom, Ramses, the treasured cities. And it's the same thing with America. Who built up America, brother?
All this,
Huh?
a lot of us, man. Slave labor, you know, all kind of other legal shit. Stuff, man.
There you go, slave labor. Now, who you think the slaves that built up this country?
Who I think they are?
Yeah, who are the slaves that built up this
Our
country?
ancestors.
Our ancestors.
Right.
Us. So it's the same. You see the same similarities with Egypt and America?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, read on in this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You shouldn't see it no more again because do you know where our true homeland is? A lot of people think we just from Chicago. We're not from Chicago.
Right.
Our ancestors are not from Chicago. Our ancestors are not from Arizona.
Right.
Give me Tobit 1 and 4. You know where our true homeland is?
Somewhere in Africa.
Somewhere in Africa? Well, guess what, brother? We're going to show you today.
That's right. Bring it
Yeah.
out, man. Bring it out.
All right, Tobit 1 and 4. Whoever got
Book
it.
of Tobit chapter 1 and verse number 4.
Bring it out.
And when I was in mine own country,
Right.
in the land of Israel,
In the what?
in the land of Israel,
What is our homeland?
in the land of Israel,
You know what?
being but young, all the tribe of Naphtali, my father fell from the house of Jerusalem.
That's it on that. So our homeland is the land of Israel.
Right.
That's where we come from. We're not even from this Western hemisphere. Everything over here is backwards, brother.
Right.
To the way that you drive.
Right.
Over there, they drive on the right-hand side of the wheel. All right, the streets is different. The language. So everything over here is completely backwards to what's over there. Over there, a man can't be with another man.
Right.
It's against nature. It's normal. You come over here to America, you have same-sex marriage.
Bro.
How can two men reproduce? Isn't that why we're on the earth, to reproduce? Imagine if this place continued 50 more years. How do you think this civilization would be? We'll kill ourselves off.
Right.
Due to the wickedness and sin.
Right.
That's why these laws of God, He established these things for a reason. So it's imperative that brothers like you, Rod, come back to the truth of who you truly are as a king, an Israelite,
Right.
and take that back. So read on in this.
And it says, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your
You
enemies.
shall be what?
You shall be sold unto your enemies.
So God said, when you get off those slave ships, guess what? You're going to be sold to your enemies. Who were we sold to? Do you know?
Yeah, colonialist.
What race of people?
White people.
White people. Now, what did the Bible say? What did the Bible call them?
Enemies.
The enemies.
Right.
So, right, the Bible lets you know who your enemies are. Me and you are not enemies, brother. You my brother.
Right.
Right.
Although we don't come from the same mom, although we don't come from the same father, you still my people. You're my kindred.
Right.
All right? My stock. So why is it that the Bible tells us who our enemies are, yet we think our own people are our enemies?
Right.
That's why we plot on them. That's why we scheme on them. All right? That's why we get a ski mask, all right, and kind of pull up on them.
Right.
Why do we do that?
I mean, depending on who you ask, man, psychologists, sociologists, probably like talk through generations and generations of like kind of dividing,
Right.
Divide and conquer, I guess.
And that's ultimately where it comes from. It stems from slavery. The slave master, Willie Lynch letter, it was a specific plot to have the slaves obey the masters for over 300 plus years. And like you said, it's through divide and conquer. They turn the light-skinned slave against the dark-skinned slave.
Right.
All right? They turn the mom against the son, the father against the son, the daughter against the mother. So that's why the world is the way things are. And it's so hard to break it because the stronghold is so hard
Right.
that the only way psychologists, they trying to figure out, dang, how do we stop this? All right? They coming up with secret counsels, the scientists, the people in the social field, they coming up with these different things. But the only way you could stop this is with this truth.
Right.
That's the only way you can stop this, brother. That's why you see brothers like this, we could come together.
Right.
Hey, we gotta die for these brothers, Lord.
That's
All
right.
We take care of our brothers. We make sure our brothers keeping the commandments. We make sure they serve the Most High God. So that's the reason why brothers able to come together like this, with no arguing, fighting,
Right.
Right.
jealousy,
Right.
envy,
Right.
wicked thoughts,
Right.
pride,
Right.
on one accord. So read on that.
Con. Verse number 68. And it says, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And no man is going to redeem us but Jesus Christ,
Right.
whose the real name is Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Did you know Christ was a so-called black man? You knew that?
I think I've heard that, yeah.
All praise. Let's get that. Revelation 1:14.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What was Christ here?
Were white like wool,
You know what?
as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So Christ had white woolly hair. What people on the earth have woolly textured hair?
Looking at him.
Exactly us. You know what?
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So Christ's feet was like the feet of fine brass, meaning it burnt in a furnace. Brass is a copper color. All right, but you take that brass and you burn it, it's gonna become extremely dark. So that's a depiction of Christ. Christ was a black man. It's documented in the scriptures. So why would they set him up to be white?
We all know why.
Iconoclasm.
Yeah.
All right, it's iconoclasm. This how you know that this information is true, because why try to hide something like this? All right, why spend the United Nations spent over $4.5 billion on this to hide this information from the people?
Why?
Yet we still obtained it.
Yup.
So, brother, you will be an Israelite. That's your new name. You're not African American.
Right.
You're not a nigga.
Right.
You're not a black boy. You're not a black man. All right. You're none of these terms that your oppressor has put on you. You're an Israelite. God's chosen. Israelite means prince of the power. All right, that was Jacob's name. Jacob's name got changed to Israel when you read the book of Genesis. So, brother, you have to take back your identity and you have to start living for the Most High now.
Right.
All right, the right way. Now, you was going to church
Yeah, oh yeah. Years ago, man.
years ago. You don't go anymore?
Not as often, man. Not as often, to be honest with you.
Okay, why don't you go anywhere if you don't mind me asking?
Ah, man, a number of different things, man. Kind of got away from it a little bit. Grandpa passed away. Got married, had kids, stuff like that. I mean, like, I can make a million more different excuses, but yeah, just like, I guess.
For sure. Well, brother, that's good if you don't go back to the churches.
Right.
Because the churches now, they're not teaching the truth.
Right.
All right, they taking your money.
Right.
All right, through tithes and offering,
Right.
where that's not in the scriptures.
Right.
Nowhere in the Bible does it say, hey, give me $10. All
Right.
right, that's not in the Bible.
Right.
If you could pull that up, then we'll never come out here again. You'll never see me again.
Right.
Where do it say in the Bible, give me $10? That's off. Where do it say in the Bible, just, rob everybody? Where is that at? And do your own thing. So we have to make sure that, we're not being seduced by these religious institutions,
Right.
such as Christianity.
Right.
Christianity, Roman Catholicism,
Right.
Seventh-day Adventists,
Right.
Jehovah's Witness,
Right.
Baptists.
Right.
These are all religious institutes that was put on us in slavery. It's a fact. So if you didn't get down, and the slave master is different, they vary. A slave master over here in Georgia, he might be a Baptist. A slave master over here in Kentucky, he might be Seventh-day Adventist. Whatever the slaves is under, that's what whatever the master is under, by default, the slaves is going to get that. That's how it carried on through generation to generation. But as an Israelite, it's things we have to do. You know what we have to do now that we know that we the children of Israel?
No, what's that?
We're going to show you. Give me Numbers 24 and 8, and give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse number 12.
Freak it out.
And now Israel.
And what?
And now Israel.
Read that again.
And now Israel.
Read on.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Because God requires something of you. It's more than just knowing that you're an Israelite.
Right.
You being put on this earth, you have a purpose. Especially you being an Israelite, you have a purpose. You have people, they going 40 years, they still trying to find themselves. 60 years old, don't know their purpose in life.
Right.
They didn't have. A lot of people just think, okay, my purpose is just to get a career. All right, be a man that gets more than 6 figures. No, that's not what it is. So God is letting you know, hey, this is what I require of you.
Right.
Because when you want to do what your creator tells you to do,
Right.
I mean, he's our creator. Let's say if you create, you into pottery.
Not really. bro.
Not really?
I'm familiar with it, man.
Okay, let's say you create a pottery or, robot. You create a robot. You're going to want that robot to fulfill your purpose, correct? It's the same thing with our creator. But why does man want to buck up against his creator and say, although you want me to do this, Lord, I'm going to do what I want to do? That's like a malfunction in a robot.
Yeah.
You didn't program the robot to do that.
Right.
That's like you created a bowl to eat out of and somebody used it as an ashtray.
Yeah. So let's see what the Lord requires.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God.
To do what?
But to fear the Lord thy God.
And what else?
To walk in all his ways. And to love him.
Right.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
With what?
With all thy heart.
And read on.
And with all thy soul.
Right.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
That's all God wants you to do. Walk in his ways. Fear him. Love him with all thy heart and soul and mind.
That's right.
To keep his commandments. It sounds easy and simple, but it's one of the hardest things for mankind to do. So do you think you're willing to take on that challenge, right?
I mean, certainly learn more, man. I'm certainly willing to learn more.
Okay. All praises. That's what it starts with. Learning, acquiring that knowledge. Then once you acquire that knowledge, give me Proverbs 24. Once you acquire that knowledge, you take that knowledge and apply it, and it becomes wisdom. Because wisdom is the application of the knowledge, ultimately the performance of the law. All right, you got a precept.
Proverbs 4:13.
Freak it out.
Take fast hold of instruction.
Right.
Let her not go.
Do what?
Let her not go.
Read on.
Keep her, for she is thy life.
See that? You have to take this information and keep it with you. This is the light in a world full of darkness. All right? Everybody else is meditating on sin right now.
Right.
And as little as you think sin might be, the world is full of sin and iniquity. The hearts of the sons of men is fully set on them to do evil. Yeah, you're always going to have that one remnant that's focused on righteousness and doing the correct thing at all times. So give me Proverbs 25.
Proverbs 25.
Freak it out.
A wise man,
Hey, what?
a wise man
Wise man, read on.
will hear and will increase learning.
And that's all you can do, brother. Here, we're not gonna we don't want to force this on you. All right? We don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. We want you to hear it, and if you're not a wise man, it's gonna be made manifest. But if you are a wise man, you're gonna hear these words, you're gonna increase learning. That's all you can do for right now. Increase the learning, do your research, look into this information. And if it's of the will of the Lord, because everything is predestined. So if you're predestined for this truth, it's gonna resonate with your spirit, and everything's gonna fall right in line. If it's not, then it's not for you. All right, respect it. So, do you know any commandments that the Lord? Oh, actually, give me that in Numbers. Give me that precept in Numbers 24. Yeah.
Numbers chapter 24 and verse number 8.
Bring it out.
Yahweh brought him forth out of Egypt. He had this, he had, as it were, the strength.
Okay, Exodus 24. Hey. All right, Exodus 24.
Exodus chapter 24 and verse number 8.
Bring it out.
And it says, and Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenants which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words.
Right.
Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel.
And they what?
And they saw the God of Israel.
And this is the day that our people made a covenant with the Most High God. All right. I won't verse 3. But this is the day that the Most High made a covenant with our people. When they saw him, he gave them these words.
Right.
And from this day forward, this is a very special day, brother.
Right.
Because this kicked off that covenant. Give me verse 3.
Verse 3. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and saying, all the words which the Lord hath said, we will do.
We will what?
We will do.
That's what our forefathers said. They said everything, guess what, brother? We're going to do. And now, since our forefathers was disobedient, we now have to pay for the repercussions that they did and the crimes. So, what's some commandments that you're familiar with?
The typical 10 ones, man. Kill, steal, lie.
Right.
That stuff, yeah.
Now, did you know that there's actually more than 10 commandments?
Never knew that.
Never knew that?
Never knew that.
That's a lot of our people, brother. They don't know it's more than 10. That's because, again, these common church institutions, they're not teaching that.
Right.
All right? You have, being a homosexual is one of them. You cannot be a homosexual. That's a
Right.
commandment.
Right.
But guess what the pastor said? No, you just focusing on the 10. Hold on, where's that at in the scriptures? Yes, the 10 matters. Don't get me wrong. We love the 10. But guess what? Everything it has to be, weighed in a balance. All right? It's certain sins that's not in the 10 that you just can't do.
Right.
Flat out. A woman can't be a harlot. Guess what? That's not in the 10. We can't get tattoos.
Right.
Guess what? That's not in the 10.
Right.
So there's many different laws that's not in the 10 that we still have to keep. So we're going to show you a couple quick laws before you get up out of here.
Yeah.
We're going to give you some information, and we just want you to take that information, look into it, and like I said, everything else is going to fall in line. All right? Give me the book. Give me the dietary law.
This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swan.
And the what?
And the swan. Though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he chew it not the cud, he is unclean to you.
Now, do you eat pork? No pork? All praise, that's good. Eating pork is actually a sin. All right?
I've heard that before.
Heard that before? Yes, the swine is a sin. So God gave us foods that we can eat and foods that we cannot eat. All right, we can't just eat anything. That's what makes us set apart, the discipline that comes with these laws. All right, now jump down to verse 9. You eat seafood?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales,
It says what?
whatsoever hath fins and scales
Right.
in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So whatsoever has fins and scales, those are the only things that you can eat.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Do the foods that you eat have fins and scales? Out of the sea, that come out of the waters?
Yeah. It's funny. A few times I've actually kind of departed from that a little bit and went a little bit out there. Other things don't have fins and scales. Yeah, it got horrible food poisoning.
Yeah. So guess what? That's of the Most High. So those shrimp, you don't eat no shrimp,
Not often, man.
lobster, calamari.
Yeah, every now and then, man. But I had I had a bad case of food poisoning, so
Okay.
kind of got away from all that.
Okay. Well, you want to make sure you eat foods with fins and scales. That's a must. Catfish, you can't eat catfish. Catfish doesn't have scales. Yeah. So you want to pay attention because and that's how you know it's a God, because when you pay attention to these animals and its creation, certain animals have certain qualities that's very specific, and it makes them diverse from different animals. All right. So you want to pay attention to the water, the food that come out of the waters, and must have fins and scales.
Right.
Sharks that has fins and no scales. So you want to be, you got to be careful. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure. Leviticus 19.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse
27.
number 27.
Bring it out.
You shall not eat it's like you shall not round the corners of your heads,
Right.
neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So according to the Bible, the Israelite men, they cannot shave their hair bald.
Right.
All right, that's a heathen custom. They cannot shave their hair bald with a razor. Neither can they shave off their beards. So it's a commandment for an Israelite man to have a beard on his face. A beard represents a lot of things. All right, it's a badge of manly dignity.
Right.
Going to the designer man, it's your manhood. In slavery, they used to shave off our beards. It was done to emasculate us. All right, it's already scientifically proven. Beards not necessarily produces a lot of testosterone, but it's manly testosterone traits that come with a beard, masculine traits. So as a man, you want to make sure that you have a beard. Now I kind of see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, did shave, yeah. I clean, yeah.
But are you willing? You know, you don't have to. You could trim it, but you cannot shave it. Yeah, you can't shave it. So you willing to start keeping that commandment?
Yeah, man, like I said, man, I'm definitely interested in learning more. More learn about it.
For sure. For sure. Give me Exodus 20 and 8. Alright, and obviously no tattoos. Yeah.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day.
It says what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
You ever heard of the Sabbath day?
Yeah.
Now what day is the Sabbath day?
I mean, we say Sunday, right?
That's what we say. But what truly is the Sabbath day? What's the 7th day of the week?
I mean, that's a good question, man. You tell me.
I was pull up the calculator. Read on in that.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Right.
But the 7th day,
But the what?
but the 7th day
You on?
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou nor thy
That's it on
son.
So on the 7th day is the Sabbath day. Now we got the calendar put up because they put it right in front of our faces. Now on here, what's the first day? What's at the very beginning?
Sunday.
Sunday. So from Sunday to Saturday, 7 days. Plain, simple. So with that being said, Saturday is a true Sabbath day of the week. It was just changed to Sunday when you go into in one of the 7 ecumenical councils. So that's right now you finna when the sun goes down, that's when you finna be in the Sabbath. All right, we don't in the ancient world they didn't have clocks. All right, they didn't have Apple watches. So the way they told the time was when the sun sets.
Right.
All right, every time when the sun sets, that's when it begins a new day.
Right.
So you finna be in the Sabbath day right now, and there's do's and don'ts. One of them we just read, no work. You work today? You work on Saturdays?
Typically not.
Okay, all praises, that's good. You want to exact from all of your labors. All right, give me Nehemiah 10 and 31. Nehemiah 10 and 31, give me Isaiah 58:13.
The book of Nehemiah to the 10 in verse 31.
Bring it out.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals
Right.
on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them,
That what?
that we would not buy it of them
Read on.
on the Sabbath.
So on the Sabbath day, it's also no buying or selling. All right, there's no buying or selling. So on that day, you wouldn't be able to buy, neither could you sell things. All right, it's a day the Lord just gave you a day to rest. God created everything in 6 days. He rested on the 7th day. That was an everlasting, perpetual commandment to the generations and generations for us to rest on that day. All right, and it's a lot of benefits with that. A lot of benefits with the Sabbath day. It saves money. You do better financially. It's better for your mental health. If you work in America wants you to work 7 days a week.
Right.
So no buying or selling. Give me Isaiah 58.
Isaiah 58 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight.
Because you have certain men, they think the Sabbath day is a delight. All right, it's just a game. The Lord said, you want to turn your foot away from doing pleasure on my holy day. And in the ancient world, if you broke the Sabbath, you would get stoned.
Right.
That's how serious it was. You would get stoned. The whole congregation would come out and start stoning you with stones. And it is what it is. And those were strong, fit men back then. They're not weak men how a lot of men is now. All right? That just know how to pick up and control it. They was fit men, fit for the battle, precise aim. And guess what? They was going to kill you. All right? Read on.
And the holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth.
That's it on that. The point is, no pleasure on the Sabbath day. So the things that you really, really like to do, you have to exact from that. Now, if it's in righteousness, you know, you can listen to music on the Sabbath day. It's in righteousness. But you like to go to the gym, all right, party, move, like whatever it is, you have to exact from that till the Sabbath day is over. All right, that makes sense?
Yeah, yes, that does.
Okay. Now, the last thing we got for you, give me Numbers 15 to 38. All right. Give me Numbers chapter 15 to 38.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, in verse number 38.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them
Right.
that they make them fringes,
That they what?
that they make them fringes.
Now, the Israelites have to have fringes. All right, these are the fringes. All right, every brother got on the fringes. You know what?
In the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right, we have the ribbon of blue as well. All right, read on.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe,
Right.
that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
So this is a physical reminder for us to remember the commandments and do them, and not go a horn. Again, we in a simple society. We have to make sure we on our P's and Q's. So you might forget, you might sit down, you know, you might be going out with your wife. Wife might say, get our lobster. Then you look down at your fringes and say, oh no, we can't. You know what I'm saying? That's a commandment.
Right now.
So these
Right.
fringes, they are a physical reminder. It is a commandment to have these. All right.
Right.
Last thing we got for you is, you turn that sign around. All right, the name of the Lord. This is very important. Those images that you see, those are depictions from the Holy Roman Empire. All right, of what God and His Son looks like, and the angels. All right. Now, God is not God's real name, if that makes sense. All right, God is just a title. Anybody could be called a God. God just means power.
Right.
God actually has a name. The name Jesus. The letter J wasn't invented until the late 1500s, early 1600s. It's no letter J in the Hebrew. The Hebrew is what the scriptures, the Masoretic text was written in, originally the Bible. So his name couldn't have been Jesus.
Right.
These are newly created terms. So the real name of the Lord, the Father, his name is Yahweh. Give me Daniel 7:9. All right, the Father's name is Yahweh, and his Son's name, who people say Jesus, is Yahushua. Now, in the Hebrew language, which is our original language, every name means something. You're not gonna have a name like Thomas. What does Thomas mean? All right, what does that mean? What does Jake mean? All right, what else name it? What does Stanley mean?
Right.
That don't mean anything. But in the Hebrew, our names mean something. All right, like Yahweh.
Right.
All right, Joseph.
Right.
To be fruit, that means something. All right, Issachar. Those
Right.
different names mean something. So with the name Yahweh, which is the name of the Father, it means He is, or He exists, because He is. He doesn't have a beginning or an end. Now His Son name means He delivers or He saves. All right, which is Yahushua. All right, now Yahushua means He delivers, He saves, because He's gonna deliver and save His people from America.
Right.
And save us out of our captivity. Now read this, Daniel 7:9.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9.
Pick it out.
I beheld all the thrones were cast.
That right.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down,
Right?
and the Ancient of Days did sit.
And the what?
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
The Ancient of Days, the Most High has a lot of different titles. God Almighty, the King of Terrors. When you read the book of Job, chapter 18 and 14 on down. All right. The Ancient of Days, when you read Daniel 7 and 9. The Ancient of Days is because he's before time. All right. Read on.
Whose garment was white as snow.
So he had a garment. This is a vision that Daniel was seeing. The prophet Daniel was seeing. He has a garment. It was all white. Read on.
And the hair of his head.
And the what?
And the hair of his head.
Read on.
Like the pure wool.
So even God has woolly hair. This is what Daniel was seeing.
Right.
Now, unless Daniel is a liar, all right, and people say, "No, we don't." Daniel, he wasn't in his right mind when he seen this vision.
Right.
No, Daniel said he seen the Ancient of Days. He had hair like wool, showing you that your Creator looks just like you. You're created in the image of the Father. Read on.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Right.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
So you gotta imagine this. He's all in all white, woolly hair, austere. It's nothing but fire just going off around him. Read on.
Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000.
And what?
And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open.
So God had 10,000 times 10,000. That's millions of angels that was worshiping him.
Right.
So it's showing you the authority that he has. Again, all of this is in the Bible, brother. This is our history. All right? Everything makes sense.
Yeah, certainly.
Do you have any questions? No
Like I
questions?
said, man, I'm gonna get some literature. I guess if you guys got some or something, so I can kind of read up on this a little more.
Okay, for
Kinda
sure.
educate myself.
What's 3 things that you learned up here today?
Man, I learned more than 3.
More than 3?
Certainly about, the, I'm sorry, I forgot the name, whatever.
Fringes.
Fringes. Yeah, more than 10 Commandments.
Mm-hmm.
Proper name, I guess, for God. History.
Right.
Lot.
Now, we got a flyer. Hey, Elder, you give him a flyer? You got a starter pack? Now, you have kids, right?
Got a son.
You got a
One.
son? Okay, when you learn this information, then, it makes you want to teach this to your children as well. All right, that's a commandment. You have to teach your children about the laws of God.
Right.
All right? People, they not doing that right now. All right, so you got the starter pack and the rest of the information on there just in case you forget. We got the YouTube channel and a QR code on the back right there. So all you got to do is just scan it. A lot of videos that come up. Hey, feel free, you know what I'm saying? Do as thou wilt in righteousness.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. I appreciate it.
All right,
Appreciate y'all.
touch
Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate the time. Thank you. Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks.
God's chosen Israelites.
All right, all praise to the Most High, man. All right, Lord willing, you look into that information. Hey, a brother might have been woken up to the truth.
Yeah.
Lord willing. All right. How you doing, sister?